Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us today. We are going to be joined here in a moment via video Skype from Hawaii with Mike Rivero, who's a Genesis radio host and also has the excellent news website, whatreallyhappened.com. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Alex Jones with prisonplanet.tv and infowars.com. There has been an arrest that has been made of a Faisal Shahzad, who reportedly is a naturalized citizen who had traveled back to Pakistan. And they're saying that he may be behind, he's the main suspect in the failed Mayday truck bomb in Times Square in New York City. Now, the issue here is we have seen the federal government stage other events in the past. Events where the government completely stages the attack or provocateurs groups and allows them to attack, like the U.S. government on record saying they helped the underwear bomber get on the plane and ordered the State Department not to block him getting onto the plane. And we know that a security personnel helped him get on the plane. Witnesses told us this. The FBI denied it. And then later they had to confirm that it was true. That's just another example of the history of this. We know on 7/7 there was a drill being run in London of the exact same trains and exact same bus being bombed at the exact same time. We know there were drills in Oklahoma City, drills on 9/11. We know that there have been drills in and around staged events in almost every case. Witnesses reported this, and the police later admitted it. The fire department that in Austin, they had their biggest countywide drill ever in the parking lot next door to the Echelon building that supposedly Joe Stack flew his plane into. Multiple witnesses said there was no one in the plane. Multiple witnesses said the FBI was already out there on the street, and that was later confirmed. And so there was a drill going on that day of some type. We need to investigate this development with CBS News and this sheriff's deputy who was there part of some type of training. Let's watch this clip and then go to Mike Rivero and get his take on it. Here it is.
County Sheriff Mike Scott was in Times Square the night of the attempted attack. He talked to Wake News today about what happened.
Somebody asked me why I didn't start taking pictures of the car. I was not in tourist mode at that time. I was in cop mode, and you just sort of sense the danger.
Scott says he had just been with the New York City bomb squad for training earlier in the day, but had no idea they'd be called to work this case just hours.
And I guess the clip cuts out early there. We need to find that full clip. I know we were sent that clip by a listener, but we need to try to find the full clip. So the way that appears is that he was there for training with the bomb squad. I mean, he said, I was there for training with the bomb squad just a few hours before, and that he was in cop mode as part of that training in Times Square. And then you have the almost instant response of the bomb squad. And that's not saying the bomb squad was in on this. Government intelligence agencies will have other agencies involved in drills so that when the NSA picks up chatter about an attack, it's missed because this fog of the drill, this confusion has been injected. And we know this is the case on 9/11, 7/7, and so many other cases. Separately, and we'll play this clip again coming up in a few minutes, we have Mayor Bloomberg yesterday on the nightly news, on CBS News nationally, saying that, if he had to bet, he would guess it was some anti-government health care individual that had done this. And we have a whole bunch of left-wing blogs trying to blame the American people. And Kurt Nimmo wrote an article about that. So we know that anytime there's an event or a failed event, the first group they're going to try to blame is the American people. And we have the director of the FBI on record saying the number one focus is now the American people, not even al-Qaeda. So they set up this whole police state in the name of fighting al-Qaeda, and then they're now swinging it around to use it on the American people. Let's go to Mike Rivero and get his take on this situation. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Give us your take on the whole situation unfolding.
Well, you pointed out a very cogent observation there with Michael Bloomberg's comments here, because looking at what I like to call the sideshow that is going on surrounding this event, everybody in politics and the media seems to be viewing every news event, no matter what it is, not as another situation of finding out what the facts and truth are, but as merely another opportunity to propagandize whatever their agenda happens to be. When this fizzled bombing first came out, we had Site Intelligence Group saying they had a video from Al-Qaeda claiming responsibility. Then it was being blamed on Muslim anger against South Park for one of their programs because this bomb was supposedly near the offices of Viacom. Then you had Bloomberg saying it was probably somebody that was opposed to health care. Other groups are saying it was probably the Tea Party activists. On and on and on. You see everybody trying to grab onto this news event and spin it to support whatever their particular agenda happens to be. Now we're hearing basically that this perpetrator they've arrested for it apparently lost his home to foreclosure about a month ago. And was basically, it would make sense he was selling his van and going back home to, basically try and get his life back together. So it's kind of interesting. We saw this videotape of the guy taking off his sweater, and he was the white guy that was supposed to be the suspect. And it just seems like we have had this continuous parade of possible suspicions, and I'm not sure where the truth lies right now because the waters are so muddied, but it's just an interesting study in propaganda to see how this incident has been exploited by so many different people to push so many different agendas.
Well, exactly, and it's like a catch-all, this vague, nebulous event, and now no one knows who's behind it, so we'll just blame everyone. But the good guys are the authorities. They're the officials. You just heard that video clip, Mike. What do you make of the sheriff's deputy being interviewed by the news and saying, yeah, we were there working with the bomb squad at Times Square a few hours before, so I was there in cop mode. I don't think you can take anything away from that, but that they were doing a drill. We're putting calls in right now to New York, to the county, to different agencies, and that should be public information. Were they running a drill in Times Square preceding this?
Well, I'd want to be very, very careful about this because listening to the clip just then, it sounded like he was in New York to work with the bomb squad. I didn't get that he said that the training with the bomb squad was in Times Square. It may have been or not. It seems a little vague to me, and I'd like to nail that down before we start, basing conclusions on it. But I think if he's in cop mode and he's suspicious, that's all the more reason to be taking pictures. So that comment about I'm not taking pictures because I'm a cop and I'm suspicious of the guy seems strange. I mean, everybody's cell phone's got a camera. And, that struck me as kind of an odd statement.
Yeah, no, I think it's nebulous. We need to get to the bottom of it. I had the guys rush in right at the end of the last hour and said, we've got a CBS clip. They were having a drill. And then once I watched the clip, I realized that it was a bit nebulous. But we need to investigate this because if there was a drill, I mean, it's not like we're trying to blame the government out of the blue here. I mean, they admittedly cooked the bomb, trained the driver in 93 there. Well, we know they're covering up in New York what happened on 9/11. We know they covered up the fact that they blew up Building 7, and now they're admitting, well, we were looking at blowing it up, but we didn't because it just fell on its own for us at free fall speeds. Mike Rivero, stay there. Let's continue on a host of issues on the other side, including what's happening in Arizona.
One major world crisis away from having a totalitarian type of system.
The main event is the wholesale destruction of the world economy.
The push for every nation on the globe to identify and number all of its citizens.
Friends, I hope that you will order Shadow Government from Infowars.com. We also have some specials where you can get some of our other films half price when you order Shadow Government. A new level in production quality and in information. It exposes how a cashless society, surveillance beast grid of total control is being put into place. This film needs to be seen. Everybody needs to get it. So order yours today. Show it to your friends, your family, your church, your neighbors, your boss, your employees. Shadow Government, ladies and gentlemen. Get your copy at Infowars.com today. Shadow Government. It gives Big Brother a black eye. Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.